police were here to help keep everybody in order. Where's the Port Townsend Police Department?
Alright guys, so this is a continuation of the story that I covered about a week ago about the 80-year-old grandmother whom was exposed to a biological man while showering in the women's locker room at a local YMCA out in Port Townsend. Now, this story has blown up, right? It has been mega viral, okay, as it highlights the lunacy of leftist policy in the sense that these people really don't care about women's rights, okay? Or put it this way, women who were born female, right? They don't care about their rights. They care about the rights of the so-called women, though, who were not born women, but that want to be women, okay? It seems like their rights come before the rights of actual biological women. And again, this story just highlights the lunacy of allowing men and women to use the same restrooms in public, okay? You're exposing grandmas to things that they should not have to see. They should not be forced to see. And this grandma was brave enough to stand up for her rights, women's rights, by essentially protesting against this policy of inclusion at the YMCA. Now, that has led to her being basically banned from that YMCA pool, and there's a whole lot of drama that has resulted as the woke mayor of this city has basically stood up for the, I guess, transgender individual that was in the bathroom with the women, okay? Going as far as to issue a transgender proclamation, right? Yes, a transgender proclamation. Again, that is how crazy this story has gotten. So with that being said, I want to go over what has happened since last time that I've covered this story. And then we're going to get into the trans rights protesters who are now heckling this grandma simply for standing up for the fact that she doesn't want to see male genitalia while she is in the locker room. But before I get into that, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel, you want to support my channel, you can do so by checking out some of my new merch, my donkeypox shirts, the disease that is affecting America, or my hashtag no days off / hard work patriotic t-shirts. You can get them at my website, gforemanbcp.com, 20% off using discount code gforemanbcp. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Exclusive. Protest planned against mayor who backed ban of 80-year-old granny from YMCA over concerns about biological males helping little girls undress in locker rooms. Following the banning of an 80-year-old woman from her local YMCA earlier this month for expressing discomfort with a biological male in the women's restroom over seeing little girls changing out of their swimsuits in the toilets, protests have been planned in Port Townsend, Washington, against the city's stance on the matter. Amy Sousa, the event's organizer, told the Post Millennial that she's known Julie Jamin, the woman at the center of the YMCA controversy, for about 10 years and noted that Port Townsend is her hometown. On Wednesday, the Port Townsend Council Culture and Society Committee will consider the language of a transgender proclamation issued by Mayor David J. Faber. Amy Sousa says this is a transgender proclamation being declared by the mayor of Portland in response to the city having pushed back from banning an 80-year-old woman from YMCA for telling a man to leave. Wow. A transgender proclamation. Bruh, just when you thought you heard it all, there's always more, okay? The lunacy becomes even crazier, okay? We get deeper into Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs world here, right? So yeah, this is the proclamation. Let's read some of the stuff it says. Whereas the Williams Institute at the UCLA School of Law study found that transgender people 16 and over are 4 times more likely to be crime victims than cisgender people, and whereas half of all transgender people are abused or assaulted during their lifetimes, according to the U.S. Okay, I'm not reading this victimhood document, okay? I'm not reading this because that's all it is. Oh, we are victims, therefore we deserve special rights. Yeah, we heard that before, right? We've heard that before. That proclamation will be up for public comment and consideration by the city council on August 15th, where Sousa and at least 50 others plan to hold a press conference outside of the city hall in opposition to both the proclamation as well as the city's stance on the matter of Jamming being banned from her local YMCA pool. Yeah, so there's a protest that is happening in response to this transgender proclamation thing, which again, it just blows my mind that that's actually a thing that the Portland mayor is doing in response to this. Imagine being so woke that in response to an 80-year-old woman essentially being exposed to male genitalia when she doesn't want to be exposed to that type of stuff, your response is, well, we're going to declare a transgender proclamation and talk about how much transgender people are victims in this society. Wow, this mayor should be fired, okay? He should resign. So Andy, posted some screenshots of some of the posts from the far left / Antifa militants that were protesting the 80-year-old woman, okay? As they are accusing her of transphobia, okay? That's what they're doing, right? It's a organization called School Board Block Protest, Trans Kids, Anti-fascist, anti-racist. Yeah, we all know what these people are about. Okay, so they're saying that she's falsifying this event, okay, and that this is a threat to the individual that was in the locker room. So therefore, they're going to show out at this protest and basically protest this 80-year-old woman who was exposed to male genitalia in the woman's locker room. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play the clip of these far left lunatics protesting this 80-year-old woman. Take a look.
Ms. Julie Jamon, the one that we have all gathered for here today. We're all here today for all of us. I'm the old lady. Hello, everybody. You may have read some version of my personal experience. A naked old lady in the women's shower room and what I saw that day. Wendy Bart, CEO of the YMCA, told me pride posters are adequate to let people know, women know, what to expect. In the shower room, known for 60 years as a female only, one will now encounter men who identify as women undressing and showering with female humans. I object. I don't want to be forced to the shower and dress with the opposite sex present. I know.
Don't touch our stuff! Back up! Back up!
I wish the police were here to help keep everybody in order. Where's the Port Townsend Police Department? Are we getting up here?
Women's rights are human rights! Trans rights are human rights!
The police, please.
Trans rights are human rights!
Trans rights are human rights! Trans rights are human rights! Trans rights are human rights!
Creating one
Trans women are women! Trans women are women!
You can see why it's so necessary to have safe spaces for women.
Trans women are women!
This is truly an embarrassing subject. Biology trumps ideology. But as the PT Free Press pointed out, privacy, safety, dignity for female human well-being is required when dressing and showering. No less is acceptable.
All right, guys. So you seen that, you heard that. Okay. First of all, if you notice, the 80-year-old woman said that the Y told her that she's supposed to know that there may or may not be biological males in the women's restroom, locker rooms, simply because there's a pride flag, right? Again, imagine a organization that, I don't know, they used to call themselves Christian, right? They used to say they're Christian. Christian's still in the name, I think, right? They are flashing pride flags in the bathroom. And they're saying that you're supposed to know that somebody of the opposite sex may be using your bathroom because there's a pride flag there. They feel like that's adequate warning. That's adequate warning, right? Again, absolutely ridiculous, right? But what's even more ridiculous than that is that you have a bunch of men, because that's what it sounded like. I'm presuming they're men. Who knows? I mean, but you have a bunch of men-sounding people protesting a old woman who simply is like, yo, I got kicked out of the YMCA. I can't use the community pool because I complained about a biological man being in the bathroom, right? Tell me, how is that not what they call mansplaining, right? Is that what they call it? Okay. When you have a man telling a woman that they must be okay with men being in the locker room with them. If there's a such thing as toxic masculinity, that's it, right? It's not the stuff that they always accuse men of being, when they're saying we're being toxically masculine. It's actually that, right? The men that are standing up for other men being allowed to be in women's spaces, okay? And it blows my mind. It really does. And of course, they show the values that they have in regards to free speech. Not letting the woman freely speak her mind and protest at, this city council meeting because they don't agree with what she has to say. So therefore, we're going to try to silence her by speaking over her, by yelling over her, saying that trans rights are human rights. Okay, what about the rights of biological women? Do biological women, not have the right to be in spaces with other biological women? Whose rights come first? Okay? Because I can tell you, you can protect trans rights by just saying, hey, look, use the bathroom that matches your genitalia, or just create some special bathroom. But that's not what they want. They don't want any compromise on this issue. They simply want biological men who still have male genitalia to freely go into a woman's restroom if they think in their head, hey, I'm a woman, right? Therefore, I must be able to use the women's restroom with other women, as if there's nothing bad that can happen, right? Nothing can go wrong, okay? It's almost like the feelings of biological women don't matter, but these are the same people on the left that will talk about how they're standing up for women's rights. They love women so much, but every chance you get, you're always degrading women. You're trying to erase women from our society because you're trying to appeal to such a small minority of people whom it is their responsibility to bend to the rest of society. They should be trying to accommodate us because we're the majority. But no. We always have to have special rules and rights and privileges for people who claim to be oppressed. And it's gone too far, man. It really has. It's a shame. You're seeing a bunch of men, woke, far left, militant men, protesting 80-year-old women because she doesn't want the presence of biological men in the locker room with her while she is naked getting dressed. Wow. Incredible stuff, man. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.